You're listening to KAOS 89.3 FM here in Olympia. Here we go. We'll play another song. We're hoping to hear from the Buffalo Field Campaign. They're on the road and they're heading into Olympia. They should be here next week. Very excited to see them, and we'll be back hopefully with a couple of our friends. So here we go. This is Buffy St. Marie, now that the buffalo is gone. But there are some still left. But here we go.
Can you remember the times that you have held your head high and told all your friends of your Indian claim? Proud good lady and proud good man, your great-great-grandfather from Indian blood sprang, and you feel in your heart for these ones. Oh, it's written in books and in songs that we've been mistreated and wronged. Well, over and over I hear the same words from you, good lady, and you, good man. Well, listen to me if you care where we stand, and you feel you're a part of these ones. When a war between nations is lost, the loser we know pays the cost. But even when Germany fell to your hands, consider, dear lady, consider, dear man, you left them their pride and you left them their land. And what have you done to these ones? Has a change come about, Uncle Sam? Or are you still taking our lands? A treaty forever George Washington signed. He did, dear lady, he did, dear man. And the treaty's being broken by Kenzo Dam. And what will you do for these ones? Oh, it's all in the past, you can say, but it's still going on here today. The government now wants the Iroquois land, that of the Seneca and the Cheyenne. It's here and it's now, you must help us, dear man, now that the buffalo's gone.
Buffy St. Marie. It's 4:30. You're listening to KAOS 89.3 Olympia. So, hold on one second. We'll play one quick song and then I will get that phone. We got everybody from the Buffalo Field Campaign, and I know that you're coming to the Longhouse this week. I'm excited to see you guys, and thanks for taking time. I'll let you introduce yourself in a second, but it's I believe October 10th you'll be here at the Longhouse at 7 p.m. and you'll be doing a performance and a presentation. So, can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Hey, thank you so much for calling, Goodshield, and appreciate. I know you guys are on the road and coming up from California, and I know you're going to be here next week. But I wanted to give you a chance to let people know that you're coming and that you're going to be sharing. And I know that there's you're on the road. I just don't know what it all entails myself, but I'd like to find out and what the performance is going to be and the presentation.
Yeah, we're here in Santa Cruz, California right now. We're doing a show here tonight. We're getting a lot of people coming out to learn about buffalo and see what the whole deal is with Yellowstone, because a lot of people don't know what's happening out there. So it's our duty, the Buffalo Field Campaign, to let the world know what's going on with these sacred animals, and hopefully we can get this situation stopped real soon.
So can we talk a little bit about what is happening in the field there? I know that some of our listeners may not know. I know that buffalo are being taken out left and right, but we talk a little bit more in detail of what's really happening in the field to our ancestor.
Yeah, well, the situation in Yellowstone has been happening since about 1997. It got started with, Mike Mease. He's the co-founder of the Buffalo Field Campaign. He was out there in Yellowstone in the wintertime, and he was witnessing these buffalo getting killed and rounded up by helicopters and snowmobiles. And so he was video documenting it. And after that, he took it to different tribal people who were involved in buffalo restoration. And my aunt Rosalie Little Thunder was the first one to go out there and really see what was going on with her own eyes. And at that point, they started a nonprofit called Buffalo Nations, which eventually turned into the Buffalo Field Campaign after Mike Meese took it over full time. But we're pretty much a grassroots organization who video document the last genetically wild herd of buffalo left in the country. And we witness the atrocities that are happening against them. Of the genocide is what it is, and we video document it, and we show the world what's going on out there. Lots of things have happened since 1997. We were able to stop the helicopters from being used because of a grizzly bear that actually died during a hazing operation. And the grizzly bears are protected under the Endangered Species Act. However, the buffalo are not, and they never have been protected under the Endangered Species Act. So it took 2 years, but we were able to stop the helicopters from being used because of the grizzly bear, who probably had a heart attack, actually, from the fright of the helicopter hovering over him. But just recently, it was about 5 or 6 years ago, treaty rights have come into the equation, and the Department of Livestock and the National Parks Department in Yellowstone they claim they're recognizing treaty rights, but really it's a manipulation of treaty rights. So they allowed this tribal hunt to go on, but the tribes could only take part in a buffalo hunt, which happens in the dead of winter, which traditionally we would never ever hunt in the wintertime. All animals out there are trying to survive, so it's pretty ridiculous that people would be hunting in the middle of winter. And that's the only way the treaty rights are honored, even though the treaty rights themselves say that we as Native people have exclusive hunting and fishing and gathering rights there in Yellowstone. And so really, we should have a say-so over what we hunt. I mean, really, we should be able to hunt elk and fish and gather medicinal plants. So unfortunately, some tribes that we thought were working with us are actually taking part in the slaughter program. So these helicopters are being used again because they're being privately subcontracted. So now they claim they're working for the tribes. I'm not going to say which tribes. You can go on to our website and find out. But we're pretty ticked off about it. It's we feel like we got stabbed in the back. But anyway, so right now, the Department of Livestock, they'll corral these buffalo. They'll chase them into these capture facilities, either by helicopter or snowmobile. And then they wait. They keep them there. These cattle trucks come in. They pick them up, and then they haul them off to slaughter on the reservations. And there's always a Department of Livestock agent present, during the whole transportation of the buffalo. and they make sure that all the buffalo are killed because they don't want any wild buffalo, genetically pure buffalo, on the reservations either. So it's just a huge control tactic that they're using, and they don't want more than 3,000 buffalo, which is, if our treaty rights are being honored, then 3,000 buffalo won't feed the people, and they're showing dangerous signs of inbreeding right now. In '97 there was about 7,000 genetically pure wild buffalo in Yellowstone. Now there's only about 3,400, and that's still too many according to the parks. So they just sent out a press release last week that says they want to kill 900 buffalo. So that's kind of what we're working with right now, and we do have petitions for people to sign. We're trying to stop this from happening this winter.
So you can go to buffalofieldcampaign.org, and I know you have the petitions all on there in the center page. And I first wanted to say that my heart speaks up for Rosalie Little Thunder. I wanted to let you guys know that we sent the family prayers and you guys' prayers. I know that she was a co-founder, and she's a very inspiring person for all of us. So I just want to make sure that I myself speak my heart and honor her. I'm hearing all this stuff, and it really, I'm getting like ticked off about, because I've been following this for a long while, and and I know that it's about, you guys did a film called Silencing the Thunder, and it has to do with the amount of cattle. It's really about the control for the cattle and not allowing the buffalo or the old ones, for me, to roam free as they have for before anybody was here.
Yeah.
And so it's about this profit of beef. That's really what it is, and the ranchers to keep them out of their field so the buffalo can't move, and they're just going with their regular migratory pattern, if I'm correct.
Yeah. And normally buffalo wouldn't really stay in Yellowstone. I mean, they would migrate way far south if they were allowed to, but they're literally landlocked there. So, and then, when this situation started, they have even less land to migrate onto. Because the reason they leave the park is because the snow gets really deep in the winter, and they come down to have their babies and, just kind of get to where the grass is easier to get to. So a lot of pregnant mothers were killed last winter. It was really a shame. When a buffalo is killed by a hunter, they clean it right there on site. So they usually leave a big gut pile. And there was at one point 5 fetuses in the gut piles, and it was really sick to see that. I don't know. It's really hard to witness things like that, and all we can do is video document it.
Yeah, and what you're doing, speak out. And I know you guys, this is you do this on the road every couple of years, if I'm correct. I think the last time we saw you was a couple of years ago, and so you're going to be coming into Olympia, and you'll be at the Longhouse here, I believe, at 7 p.m. So, what are you going? I know you're performing. We talked a little bit about some of your music. I'd like to know a little bit about. We're going to play a song, but I wanted to know a little bit about your music. Are you going to perform? There'll be a presentation here at the Longhouse? How is that going to work?
Yeah. We usually start out with music, and I'll start with more traditional, maybe some drum songs, storytelling, and then we get more into the native rock. We call our music indigenous soul, and I like to tell stories, and I do spoken word in it, so it's kind of different from normal. It's not meant to entertain. It's more to educate people, I feel, raise awareness about certain issues.
Absolutely. And so you'll be performing, and then is Mike's with you? Is he going to be speaking, or? Yeah.
Usually after we play music, we'll show a little film, and then we do a question and answer. And Mike has so many stories. I mean, he's been there almost 18 years now, living right there in the belly of I don't like to say the belly of the beast, but it's very heavenly out there. It's just unfortunate that helicopters and snowmobiles and cowboys like to, to make it unharmonious there.
Yeah, it's. I know he's witnessed quite a bit of different activity, let's say, and I did watch the Silencing the Thunder, and it's very squeezes your heart, and again, it also gets you upset. And is that going to be a part of the presentation, or?
Yeah, we have a couple of different things to show, but I don't think we plan on showing that particular one. Although the DVDs that we will have available does have that, and it has about 24 different videos on there. And we've just been giving them out for free because we really need the people to share, the DVD and the pamphlets, and just let people know what's going on out there, because we can't stop this, but it's all a matter of a lot of people knowing about it.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk. I don't even know how if I correct the correct pronunciation, but the brucellosis. Can we talk a little bit about that and the real facts about it?
Well, the real fact is brucellosis is not an issue at all when it comes to buffalo and cows. The disease was brought into the ecosystem by cows in the early 1900s, and it actually only really affects cows. I know during the 30s and 40s it was a huge issue with industrial farming, and I guess if you do drink the milk from an infected cow, I guess there's this fever that you can get, but it's non-life-threatening. But the thing with the disease is it's never, ever, not once been transmitted naturally from a buffalo to a cow. It's only happened once, and it was in a laboratory in Texas. They were experimenting with buffalo genetics and cow genetics and seeing how they get along. And that's something else that's really sick right now is they're actually working on this sterility drug called Gonacom. So they actually shipped, I think, 30 buffalo to this laboratory, and they want to sterilize buffalo so that they don't reproduce. But the brucellosis is not an issue at all. It's actually the cows. At this point, they think about 40% of the elk have the disease, but that elk are not mentioned in the management plan. They're not listed as, like the buffalo right now, they're not listed as an endangered species, but they are listed as an animal in need of disease control. Yet, it's the elk who would potentially spread the disease to other animals. The buffalo and the cows are never in the same place at the same time.
Right, and I want to make mention of that because I know that's one of the things that I think it's the parks are targeting as that issue, and it's not even an issue.
It's not at all. It's all fear tactics, and really it's all about grass and who gets to eat it. And it's a huge cowboy welfare program that it is. These cattle ranchers were allowed to come in during the Great Depression, and they were allowed to graze 2 cows for $1.80. And to this day, they still pay the exact same price for 2 cows. Whereas if they were to pay normal prices to a private landowner, it would be $20 to $30 each cow. So it is literally a huge welfare program for cattle ranchers.
All right. I know that you guys are busy. We got a few more minutes. I wanted to just let people know again that you're going to be here in Washington State at the Evergreen State College at the Longhouse, October 10th.
Yeah.
And it's at 7 p.m. and people could come and enjoy. I know your music, and it's educational and it's entertaining, but it's also with a message. So you'll get to hear your music, great presentation, and learn a little bit more about the Buffalo Field Campaign and how you could help. It's going to take all of us, and these are our ancestors. These are the oldest living ancestors. They roamed the earth in the millions. We're talking millions and millions, and they keep on. It is a genocide. I mean, it totally is, and so we need to protect these ancient beings, and so we can find out how we can do that if we come out on the 10th, or you can check out buffalofieldcampaign.org. It's a beautifully designed page. It's got all the you could take action or tell a friend. Weekly updates are all on the right side. They got statistics on the left side, and the main updates in the middle. And it's the Buffalo Road Show. I was looking for that. What Mike put out. So, am I missing anything?
No, I mean, it's a lot of information, so it'd be really great if people showed up. And, there's always tons of questions that people want answered. So, it's usually the best place, if you don't have access to the internet, would be to come out to one of our road shows. And we like to share a lot of beauty about the buffalo, too. We don't like to show just really bad stuff happening to them. We like to show footage of buffalo just being buffalo, And, that's usually what it's like out there. It's usually pretty peaceful, up until the buffalo really start moving in big numbers. That's when the helicopters come out.
All right. So again, I appreciate you taking time and sharing with us and getting this message out. And it's Friday, October 10th, 7 p.m., Evergreen State College, Longhouse, 2700 Parkway Northwest. You can contact Jesse, Jesse_Drescher, DRESCHER @yahoo.com, and get more information. But we'll definitely, I'm going to try to be there for sure, and love to be able to do more.
Nice.
All right. You guys take care, and I don't know when your concert starts. In a few minutes, probably, huh?
Well, I guess it starts at 7. Well, I saw 3 different times, but the official time is 7.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to touch on that we haven't touched on? I know people will get more information soon.
There is one thing. It's kind of off the subject a little, but it's related to my Aunt Rosalie Little Thunder.
Uh-huh.
She passed away August 9th, but there's actually the original Chief Little Thunder had a really powerful shirt, a buckskin shirt, and it was, we don't know how it got into the hands of this man. He's a private collector. His name's Charles Derby, but he's trying to sell the shirt right now, and the Little Thunder family have been trying to get that shirt back for a long, long time, and they kind of lost track of it, but now we know exactly where it is. So if you go to Facebook, there's a Facebook page called Bring Back the Shirt, Bring Back the Way. So we want as many people to, check it out. And I feel like a lot of powerful things can happen, and I feel like it's intertwined with the buffalo if the shirt comes back to the Little Thunder family.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. I didn't realize that was going on, and it's also a part of the healing that is happening here on Mother Earth, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much for sharing with us, and I'll look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you as well.
All right, take care.
All right, Doksha.
Doksha. And it's about 10 minutes to 5. We're just listening. We're just speaking with Goodshield from the Buffalo Field Campaign, and you're listening to KAOS 89.3 FM Olympia. We're going to play a song, and let's see what one we're going to choose here. This is we're going to go with we'll do Red Tail, and we'll be back after this message. This is Make No Bones About It. Oops. There we go.